If you're a human born in the 21st century, you are one of the luckiest people to be alive ever. We have basically anything that we can want. We have satellites, antibiotics, we have the internet. We can go anywhere we want, basically do anything that we want. We have memes, we have dogs, we have dog memes, we have infinite opportunity, and yet we are really bored. And why is that? Now, many people say that the culprit as to why we're so bored is things like social media, it's things like overconsumption, infinitely scrolling Facebook and Netflix and all of these things. And we try very hard to limit ourselves. We use practices to not go on social media. We delete our Netflix during school time. We do all of these things to avoid it because we think that's the problem. But I don't think that that's the full problem. I think that this overconsumption of social media and just overconsumption in general is more of a symptom and not the actual problem. I think that the main problem as to why you and so many people who I talk to are bored is because they don't have passion, and more importantly, they don't have fulfillment in their lives. Most people's day goes a little something like this. They wake up dreading the day, they already hate it, they somehow manage to snooze through 4 alarms, they roll out of bed, get themselves to the kitchen, chug a liter of coffee, and then they're finally a little bit awake. Then they drag themselves to work, somehow manage to make it through 8 hours of whatever it is that they do. They don't even really fully know because they're not all that consciously aware of what they're actually doing. They're just kind of going about their work. Then they drag themselves home, plop themselves down on the couch, order pizza or heat up some leftovers, and then they put on Netflix or whatever it is that they like to watch, and they just consume that, scrolling through Instagram until at 2 a.m. they realize, oh no, it's 2 a.m. I should probably get to bed so I can get up tomorrow morning and do this whole thing all over again. Now, this is the average day for a lot of people that I've talked to. Most people more or less do this with the exception of the weekend. Everyone always seems to live for Friday or Saturday night when they get together with their friends and they get super smashed, which, mind you, can be fun, but living for the weekend might not be the best use of your time because you're living for maybe 4 or 5 hours of your week the entire week, and you hate everything in between. Now, where does this whole fulfillment thing come in? I've done a lot of thinking and I've read a lot of books on how exactly to be happy because, to be honest, I honestly wasn't a very happy person in my life. So I really had to dial in and figure out what actually makes people happy. And the formula that I found basically over and over and over and over again from anyone that I know that was truly happy is this: happiness equals fulfillment, and fulfillment equals doing something hard that you're passionate about that you succeed at. Let me repeat that. So fulfillment is the act of succeeding at something that is both challenging but that you like doing. For instance, let's look at me. What do I find fulfilling in my life? Well, for one, the thing that I've been finding really fulfilling is doing this YouTube channel. Now, this isn't exactly very easy because I have to come up with a topic, I have to do a whole bunch of outlining, I have to set up my lights, set up my camera, I first had to learn how to use a camera, I have to do all these things, so it's not easy. But when I got up this morning, I was like, yeah, I got to record a YouTube video today, and then I get to edit it today, and then I get to put it out. And that, I think, is the key to where I found my own happiness and why I'm not bored, even though I'm doing something that's not technically the most exciting. Sitting here and talking to a camera isn't very easy. It doesn't seem like it's all that stimulating, but I like it, and I like sharing my information with you guys. And so I find this more fulfilling, and therefore it gives me more happiness and more excitement in my life than, say, watching Netflix the whole day. I could do that fully within my capabilities, but I choose to do this because this gives me more happiness. So this, guys, is why I think people are bored and what I think people can actually do about it, because it's something that I struggled with. I used to be super bored. I used to sit and watch Netflix all day long and then feel bad about myself. But as soon as I got off my butt and actually started doing something that I am passionate about, I started really enjoying life. Now, how to actually find your passion and what you like doing is a whole other video on its own. I don't want to get into it in this one just so I'm not making this one too long. So definitely hit subscribe if you want to see that one in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.